Hello students, welcome to the lecture on hospital stores organization and pharmacy. And after this lecture, we will be able to learn the following objectives. Understand about materials department objectives, discuss about operation theatre, laboratory and cath lab stores, understand pharmacy objectives, explain the operation theatre pharmacy, discuss information sets. Let's start with the introduction. The hospital is a complex organization utilizing combination of intricate specialized scientific equipment and functioning through a corps of trained people educated to the problem of modern medical science. These are all welded together in the common purpose of restoration and maintenance of good health. The department or service in a hospital which is under the direction of a professionally competent, legally qualified pharmacist and from which all medications are supplied to the nursing units and other services where special prescriptions are filled for patients in the hospital, where prescriptions are filled for ambulatory patients and outpatients, where pharmaceuticals are manufactured in bulk, where narcotic and other prescribed drugs are dispensed, where injectable preparations should be prepared and sterilized, and where professional supplies are often stocked and dispensed. Let us now discuss materials department objectives. The objectives of the material department are to purchase materials in time and as required by the user departments for the smooth functioning of the hospital, maintain optimum levels of stock in order to avoid wastage, scrap and obsolescence, keep in contact with user departments to ensure that the quality supply to them is of specific standards, procure the specific materials for the best or acceptable price to make it available in time and to the right user, maintain good vendor relationship. Typically, the type of materials used in a hospital can be classified into medical and non-medical items. Medical items, the medical items such as X-ray, CAT, scan and MRI, expensive materials that are actually consumables such as stent, which is used in cardiac surgeries, consumables such as flutes, catheters, syringes, gloves, drugs and medicines in their myriad forms which are under the purview of the pharmacy department. Consumables are used in the operation theatre such as surgical items, dressing, gauze, cotton wool, pads, mats and gowns. Non-medical items, these are housekeeping, linen, toiletries, washing materials and blankets, printing and stationery, notepads, doctor's pads, OHP sheets and record books, food and beverage, vegetables, grocery and kitchen items, engineering and maintenance, spares and repair parts for the upkeep of capital items, tools and testing instruments. The materials department may be divided functionally into purchase department and the stores department for effective coordination. Purchase. All regular items are purchased on the basis of reorder levels maintained in the stores. In the case of medical equipment, the approval of the head of the user department is required. For equipments that have to be imported, the purchase department coordinates with the accounts department for opening a letter of credit with the bankers. Some hospitals have the system of providing a running monthly budget of a specified amount, which is a percentage of the hospital collections for purchases. All purchases are centralized for all departments in the hospital. Main store. The main store supplies materials to other stores in the hospital. Materials are accepted by the store through a delivery challan, which is stamped as received. Before accepting them, items are inspected and those which are damaged and rejected are returned to the supplier. After the inception, a store's received voucher is prepared based on the delivery challan. Let us now discuss operation theatre, laboratory and cath lab stores. These stores receive materials from the main store. They are open for 2 shifts in a day, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The stock of materials is taken on a daily basis. Cath lab and OT stores prepare trays for each case requisitioned. Each tray has a collection of items as per the orders of the concerned doctor. In the OT stores, about 300 items are held in store carrying a value of over INR 20 lakh. The most expensive item is injection Scupasef and the fastest items are flutes, syringes and gloves. and beverage store. Items for both daily and monthly consumption are stored in the food and beverage department. Vegetables and perishables are received directly by the store. Vegetables bought by the daily consumption store are purchased according to an estimate. Perishable items are stored in the refrigerator. Printing and stationery store. This store caters to almost all departments of the hospital. It deals with printers from whom price quotations are received once a year or once in 6 months as a contract price for the subsequent period. A monthly statement of consumption by each department according to the amount of money and quantity of items required is prepared. Weekly reports are prepared, audited and reviewed. The printing and stationery store may handle as many as 400 items of the value of about 4 lakhs in a month. The most expensive item is computer stationery and the fastest moving items are requisitioned books. As many as 20 suppliers may provide their services in an urban city. The printing and stationery store holds between 2 and 3 months of consumption. Procedure: any department in the hospital in need of material fills the requisition slip and sends it to the materials department. The materials department checks regarding its availability using the materials stock file and materials transaction file. If the item is available, a comparison is made with the stock in hand. If the quantity available covers the quantity required, the item is supplied or issued to the department which made the requisition. Then the transaction is noted in the materials transaction file. In case the stock in hand of the item is scarce or not available, the item is ordered by using the dealer file for selecting the dealer and the order file for placing the order. In some situation, the materials department may check if the item is locally available. If it has to be imported, it is sent to the finance department to help open the letter of credit. Then an order is placed with the selected supplier documentation. This department lists the major files that are maintained in the material department and the items of information collected in each of them. Material stock file, name of the item, code number, class ABC, lead time to procure, EOQ, stock as on previous order, value of item as on previous order, unit price for previous order. Material transaction file, name of item, code number, stock as on previous day, number of units issued, number of units received, stocked at the end of current day. Dealer file, name of item, name of the supplier, supplier code, lead time for the item, price at which previously purchased, percent discount given. Order file, code number of item, code number of supplier, the next best supplier, value of the order, quantity of the order, date of expected receipt. Requisition slip, department making requisition, date, name of item, quantity required, when required, suggested supplier. Inception report, date, item inspected, method of inception, name of supplier, passed, rejected or sent back. Issue register, date, item name, opening stock, quantity issued, to whom issued, closing stock. Skills, the specific skills needed to manage a store are: the person should be honest, meticulous, efficient and intelligent. The person should have the necessary patience and readiness required to handle queries from user departments about the availability of materials, reason for the denial of a request and reason for any delay. A postgraduate diploma in materials management will help in executing the tasks objectively and rationally. This diploma will provide knowledge about store practices, ordering procedure, inventory policies, inventory analysis and computerization. Knowledge of computer software for inventory management, spreadsheet and database management will increase the person's speed and efficiency. The constraint and limitation under which a purchase department functions are not always appreciated by other departments. Let us now discuss pharmacy objectives. A hospital purchases and supplies drugs for the convenience of its patient. The objective of running a pharmacy in a hospital is to ensure convenience and reliability. These are to provide standard drugs and medicine to the patient, facilitate easy and immediate access to these drugs, maintain an optimum stock level of drugs. Organization. The manager of the hospital pharmacy is assisted by the pharmacy in charge, the pharmacist and pharmacy aides. They are all qualified graduates or diploma holders from a recognized pharmacy institute. The pharmacy may also employ clerical assistants, a cashier, a computer operator and a helper. Pharmacy store. The pharmacy store is the pivot controlling the 3 pharmacies in the hospital. This store places orders every week for fast-moving items with a stockist, which carries the stock of several companies and also with certain distributors. All items with a short expiry date extending up to a 6-month expiry period are stored as a fast-moving category. About 3% of the medicines are returned to the stockist or distributor because they are dated. The slow-moving items are ordered twice a month and non-moving items once a month. Being in a sub-metro city, the orders are filled and received in the store within 2 days. Credit bills are computerized for accounting. Stock is checked every day. Outpatient pharmacy. In the outpatient pharmacy, medicine are arranged on the shelf in alphabetic order. Physical stock checking with computer reports are made every 3 days. Orders are placed with the pharmacy store daily for replenishment of stock. This pharmacy is open 24 hours a day and makes a cash sales. Inpatient pharmacy. Medicines are arranged in the shelf in alphabetic order and using the movement classification, fast, slow and non-moving. The inpatient pharmacy provides drugs to all the wards, special rooms and general wards. Ward nurses send requisitioned slips to the inpatient pharmacy for medicines as per prescription of the attending doctors. Drugs are issued by the pharmacy. The transaction information is fed into the computer and the bill is sent to accounts for billing and later collection at the time of discharge. Physical stock is tallied with the computer output of transaction every day. Orders are placed daily for the replenishment of stock. Feedback on the stock is made to the pharmacy stores daily. In the case of emergency, the inpatient pharmacy supplies drugs to the outpatient pharmacy and operation theatre pharmacy. This pharmacy is open 24 hours a day. The surgeon gives the prescription 1 day before the operation. The theatre nurse or secretary who makes an intent to the operation theatre pharmacy. All life-saving and vital drugs, blood, coagulant injections, anti-infection drugs and whatever is required and prescribed by the doctor is kept ready 1 day before the operation. The pharmacy prepares a tray of requisitioned material for each operation and sends them to the operation theatre. The trays containing unused items are returned to the operation theatre pharmacy along with a computer printout of the total number of items supplied, the number of items used and the number of items returned. At the operation theatre pharmacy, a list of the used items is fed into the computer with the inpatient number. Based on this information, the bill to be charged, the patient is prepared and collected at the time of discharge. The operation theatre pharmacy receives its daily requirements from the pharmacy stores by placing an indent. Drugs and medicines are arranged on the shelves in alphabetic order. The operation theatre pharmacy also stocks suitors and other instruments required for the surgery. To cater to emergencies and during the night, 3 standard trays are left in the operation theatre. They contain emergency drugs as per standard classification. This includes some orthopedic drugs. The reorder level is fixed on a weekly basis and the indent for ordering is placed with a purchase store. The operation theatre pharmacy functions in 2 shifts from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Categorization of drug items. In the inpatient and outpatient pharmacies, the drugs are categorized as tablets, capsules, injections, liquids, ointments, surgical, drops, over-the-counter, powders, miscellaneous. Fluids in the operation theatre pharmacy, the categories are injection, ointments, surgical, drops, fluids, miscellaneous. Documentation. The following registers and files are maintained in the pharmacy stores and the pharmacies. Stores. Monthly and weekly statement of stock health, price list of items, quotation file, stock movement register, inpatient IP materials issue slip, store issue register, stock receipt register, bills from distributors, suppliers list, orders from pharmacies, return to stores bill, drug license. Inpatient pharmacy. Nurse requisition slip, issued medicines from stores, patient returns bill, list of fast-moving items, return to stores bill, reorder level, monthly report. Outpatient pharmacy, monthly sales statement, reorder slips, bank deposit, credit bills file, return to stores bill. Operation theatre pharmacy, patient material requisition, material issue slip, bills, category-wise stock list, expiry and damage file, monthly stock statement. The information collected in major files and registers are listed in pharmacy stock file. medical drug name, drug code, batch number, unit price of last purchase, manufacturing date of last order received, current stock level, reorder level, value of drugs in stock, quantity received, quantity issued, date, class of drug. Dealer file, drug name, drug code, supplier company, unit price, lead time, alternate suppliers. Outpatient, transaction file, drug name, drug code, batch number, manufacturing date and expiry date, unit price, quantity issued, total amount, patient name, doctor's name. Inpatient transaction file, ward or room, inpatient number, patient name, drug code, manufacturing date, expiry date. Operation theatre, transaction file, patient name, operation theatre, number, doctor's name, inpatient number, drug code, batch number, manufacturing date, expiry date, unit price, quantity issued, total amount. Now in the end, let us summarize what we have learned in this lecture. The computerization of the pharmacy department makes it possible for the staff to participate in patient education programs, poison control center activities, preparation of patient drug use profiles, communicating new product information to nursing service and other hospital personnel, and dispensing radiopharmaceuticals. Some hospitals have the system of providing a running monthly budget of a specified amount, which is a percentage of the hospital collection for purchases. All purchases are centralized for all departments in the hospital. The main store supplies materials to all other stores in the hospital. Materials are accepted by the store through a delivery challan, which is stamped as received. Before accepting them, items are inspected and those which are damaged and rejected are returned to the supplier. Items for both daily and monthly consumption are stored in the food and beverage department. Vegetables and perishables are received directly by the store. Vegetables bought by the daily consumption store are purchased according to an estimate. The materials department checks regarding its availability using the materials stock file and materials transaction file. If the item is available, a comparison is made with the stock in hand.